Ugly Inside TV outside Wembley. It's about an hour or so after full time. Matt, Angus, heartbreaking. I mean, we absolutely went for it in that second half. You know, a couple of refereeing decisions didn't go for us, and that's been the story of our season, hasn't it, lads?
I don't even know if I can give it down to referees. I feel like we have a lack of passion in our players. I don't think we're there where I don't think the players are there where they need to be. I don't think they need. There's a lot of half balls, 50-50s, which they don't put it into. Tadic, he didn't start, but he's one of the worst ones. It's been a long season. It's been a very long season, and it's been painful. Hopefully, who knows? Like, there's not a lot of positive vibes going around the club, but there is still the possibility we can. Who knows? We might make it. We might make it this chance, but.
And today was all about a distraction from the Premier League perils. I mean, what do you make of our fight and our spirit today? Obviously, I think, you know what, it's go into the half-time break at 0-0. You must have been happy with that.
Yeah, I mean, we came in at half-time, went in for a drink, and then 5 minutes out of time, like, even less than 5 minutes, and we were 1-0 down. I didn't even realise. And like
30 seconds it was.
Exactly. The Chelsea fans were so quiet, we didn't even realise they had scored. So we were downstairs having a drink.
Same player again, Olivier Giroud.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like he's a nemesis of our team. He always seems to score, but we need to be aware of his abilities. Like every time he plays against us, he seems to score. Why do we not pick out that his strength is in the air? Fucking close them down.
I mean, today it wasn't in the air. He sort of danced between our defenders.
Just hold him tight. Like he seems to score against us every time. We just need to hold him tight. Make sure we just boss them out of the game. But we're a really bad side for that. Any players who are good, we don't seem to boss them out inside.
And the second goal for me, you know, I've had the advantage of watching it back on the replays. But the second goal, right? The cross comes in. Who ducks for the ball? He's not gone for it at all.
It's not the first time he's ducked a ball. It's not the first time a player in our team's ducked the ball.
Yeah.
There's so many players duck a ball every day in, fucking match in, match out.
The sad thing is, we bought Hoot as a replacement, not necessarily a replacement for Van Dijk, but he was supposed to come in and prove a point that we can. You know, we've got a centre back there that's going to win balls in the air, and Hoot all season long hasn't done anything to prove himself. And if we lose him in some of them, so be it. I don't think we'll lose anything from our team. I think Jack Stevens, Yoshida, much better in the air than him. I think, yeah, he might have been a promising signing. He might have, you know, grown to be a great centre back in the future. But you know, this season he's really let us down. 2 weeks in a row now.
At the end of the day, we had Virgil van Dijk. We sold Virgil van Dijk for 75 million. Did we replace him with another centre back? No. We replaced him with a striker who doesn't even get onto our bench, let alone our team.
That's the main problem.
So we
today.
spent.
Yeah, the main problem today is we had two strikers from the first top, like up front for the first time this season, like Charlie Austin, Shane Long, Fair. You play them both up front in a must-win game, which it was for us. It was a massive game. But the thing is, you know, what good is that if you can't defend? You can play two strikers up front, but ultimately, Hoyt, like 3 weeks in a row now, has conceded goals where, you know, most centre backs can win those balls. Even Jack Stevens, if he wasn't suspended, I think he stopped some of those goals.
He loses a near post ball.
Especially against last week against Giroud, the header the first ball that Giroud won in the air was against Hoyt, and he scored. You know, today was almost the same. It's just you know, knowing your players, knowing your opposition, knowing what their strengths are, and being intelligent enough to stop those goals. You know, like today. Like, we didn't even put up a fight once they went 1-0 up. You're like, where's that goal coming from? Like,
well, to be honest, I mean, do you know what? I think we had that second half in terms of shots created, possession. But look. All right, lads.
Sorry, do you really think that we created enough to even begin to trouble Chelsea?
No, I tell you what.
Do you honestly think that we as Southampton Football Club, do you think that we put enough out there to say, okay, we're going to come back at this semi-final? And we're going to create a goal?
I think we had enough chances to do that.
Do you honestly reckon?
Yeah, I do. Redmond had a terrific shot saved. Shane Long was in a heavy touch. You know, Charlie Austin, and that goal should have been allowed. That was barely a touch on Caballero.
It's the second time we've had that at Wembley. We can't blame the referee for everything. We've got to do more. as a football club. But I think the biggest thing, like Matt said earlier, is our defence is not strong enough to hold a good team out, and that's it. You get to a final or semi-final at Wembley, you've got to be good enough to hold a team out. We're not doing that. Therefore, I don't think we can ever expect to crack on, really, until we start holding them out. I think that's the real thing.
We may have had one of the best left backs. We may have had the best right backs in the league, but we do not have the best centre backs. We've probably got the weakest centre back partnership in the whole league.
Agreed.
You look at them; they don't win a lot in the air. They don't win a lot on the ground.
3 games, 9 goals. That's
we're not
strong enough.
Embarrassing.
That's not strong enough.
All right, lads. Look, next weekend, Bournemouth at home. Come on. Yeah, absolutely huge. 6 point. You know, Swansea have lost today away at Man City.
Yep.
Had Swansea won today, that would have more or less
Would've been
sealed our fate.
incredible,
But look,
we still have a chance. There's another team who we might still get at this point, which it sounds mad, is Brighton. I don't think Brighton will win another game the rest of the season. They've got 4 games which are near on impossible for them.
At the end of the day, it's all in our hands. If we want to stay up, we have got to win 4 out of 4 games. If anything, we've got to win 3 out of 4 games. And our last game is against Man City. If Man City don't fancy it on that day, they've got to rest players for the World Cup, whatever. We've got to win every game now. Swansea, Everton, Bournemouth. Simple as. Simple as.
can we do it?
Simple as. If you don't win those games, we're relegated.
I think we can. I think it's doable, but I don't think we will. I hate to say it, but I don't think we will. But I think it's doable. We can. There are 3 games we should, in theory, on paper, but all seasonally on paper, in theory, we should go out. We should win them. But I want to see the players give every fucking little bit of, and let's get there. Let's get that every last bit and win this. Win these 3 games. If we win those 3 games, it comes to the last game of the season against Man City, then I don't mind. I don't mind.
I would accept us losing all 3 of those if we gave the passion.
Yeah,
So far,
passion I
I've
want
not
to
seen that, and I think that's the toughest thing to
last
see.
week against Chelsea. I mean, the first 70 minutes was like impeccable.
Amazing.
That's how we should play these last 4 games. If we turn up for 90 minutes in the next 4 games,
We can win.
then fine. We'll win all those games and we'll stay up. And that, providing Swansea don't win all their games, which is unlikely because they've got a much difficult, their running's more difficult than ours.
They got the top 4 teams.
Then technically we should stay up, and that would be great. But from now until the end of the season, we've got to put 100% every player till the end of the season. If we don't do that, we'll get relegated. If we don't get a result against Bournemouth next weekend, we're relegated. So
That's just fact.